champs, and then with Zekken as their best player, arguably. This is a squad that's now on the verge of being eliminated and having their 2023 season over.
Yep. Time to step it up. See for the opening pistol round. Stray shots fired across. A slight chance for TenZ. I'm able to grasp it. Into mid now. Taco. Slight jiggle here. Can't shy away from it.
SEN were getting punished really hard on their mid-take previously by teams that, by Cloud9 specifically, that were running trap plays on them.
Yeah, and here it is. As the AWP falls as well, they want to try and take the fight. As a satchel at the feet to set up the fight. Nade rebounds, but Taco just pressing the advantage, pushing forwards into mid. There is that reaction from SEN. Absorbing up the A site, making sure they take it and get that plant down here. TenZ needs to stay alive. Holding control onto ramp is going to be so damn important. Wow, spots absolutely everybody. It's a party up there towards ramp. Now they look to try and at least fight them. Pancada playing back, playing his life.
That's a team flash that comes through from Sassy as well.
The shots are not good. A lot of them going wide here. Taco is able to win that one out. It's a jet adversary. Sassy anchoring towards the back of the site here. No one can really deny this one off of the plant. Still is marked.
There's no pull.
Where's the pull? It's late and delayed. It's half onto the defuse, but Nos was the last one left in a 1v2. The time pressure. I start to get to him here. Tap onto it to try and force one of the fights out. And yeah, timing's taken well enough. There it is. A pistol round. Round for Sentinels.
Hairy, but they get it done.
Shaky.
Yeah, a little dodgy, but they ended up coming out fresh on the other side of things. Marv, with his positioning in heaven, ended up being absolutely crucial. He was on a really late push around. Very far away from the rest of his team there, provided them smokes and then came back up through. This is the play that really wins it for them, with his positioning. I don't believe he had enough stars to even put a pull on the spike there towards the end, although he may have got one back really late on. So SEN, they need to get this one started. Get the machine rolling, get the economy blooming. They won 6 rounds in a row on Fracture before LEV were able to respond. And at that point, LEVIATAN just kind of ran away with things. The Sentinels' attack side looked very rough and very slow. I'm concerned about how they're taking mid-control already, but we'll see whether that comes to fruition in more of the rifle rounds.
Yeah, here for the eco, at least it's LEV that are stacked out towards B. The Trailblazer, clearing the way. No players spotted here. LEV instead playing all the way off site for a bit of a reaction. Yeah, pushing back out towards heaven, and they've caught Sassy. Yep.
Spike down.
Classic moment here with a spike drop down. Now LEV can afford to really just try and take the fight straight to them with a Trailblazer. Sets it up with a stun. This is LEV in complete control.
Oh, it's a mess.
Got to try and reclaim this one. Pancada hoping to get the spike in his hands, but he is being pinched. Yep, Taco already pushed up. Dash activates though. Didn't have the crosshair ready for it. Zekken close towards them, but he's got so many targets to contend with. Anticipated the reswing here, but he's left it into a 2 versus 2. Other weapons reclaimable.
It was very important that Zekken pushed that far forwards in order to help create space for Pancada to get safely into sight.
LEV cool here to go through mid. I think it's easier access to the weapons, yeah.
Yeah, so they should be able to pick something up. Not exactly sure what weaponry was dropped up here, but there's got to be stuff. Has it all been shepherded away? It looks like they don't have too much.
Doubled up though. Into heaven. Marv wasn't watching for it. Flashed. Fully blinded up. Needs some help now from his teammate Pancada on across the ropes. Does nail the shots in the end, but Noswell, what a peek. 13 bullets left. Plenty of health as well. Drops down. That's going to be heard by Marv. Does he have the util for this? A tap. Trying to bait it out. There's actually no star on that. Noswell maybe not anticipating it, but running straight into him.
Has he got it? This is going to be so close.
Yeah, the timing. It's going to be rough. Let's find out just how close it really is. He's got it. 0.06. Unbelievable play towards the end from everybody on LEVIATAN, but it's Noswell that takes it. Milliseconds the difference there, but this is the major error. Sassy alone with the spike, coming through behind the duelist that had already got to sight. Nobody controlling that staircase. I mean, a call there from LEV is fantastic. Eco rounds, you expect the team that's on the eco that they're going to be stacking aside, trying to turn the tide of the round.
The players have great intuition to know whether or not they've got it, but when it's 6 milliseconds in it, you can't tell that.
Can't tell.
You just, hope and pray.
And it's forced Sentinels onto the back foot once more.
What a way to instantly stop any momentum.
Through the smoke. There's no kill. That's with the Phantom.
Too easy.
Yeah.
And that is going to start the Viper's Pit coming up 2 orbs away from having a massively important ultimate online.
Loading up the ults. Enough noise being made as well. It's LEVIATAN, full awareness that they've at least got one of the players corralled over towards A. And Kada is hunting. If he gets a kill, maybe they can open up the site, maybe they can find something. Just pure contact plays. Shy, he's missed the timing. A footstep was made. Does Pancada know he's there? Yeah, he does. Strikes onto it, picks up the rifle now, and the site is gained, so we'll be able to get a plan, but it's going to be safe. Let's play this together now in a 4v2. They shouldn't really leave any gaps.
Massive amounts of utility, and Pancada's been caught across.
Yeah, out towards the open. Just raw aim duels. That's what sails them through it. Keeping the economy honest and healthy.
Pancada has to make a play there in a 2v4. You can't just try and play everybody from sight. You're going to get flushed out by the raise nade, and snake bites are going to come through. Stuns potentially from Mazzino. So I don't mind him trying to get across there. It's a risky play, but he's got to go for it. LEVIATAN sailed through that one very cleanly thanks to the 3K in mid. And that means their economy is going to be in an unbelievable spot. I mean, they've got full rifles on what is almost like another bonus, but even better now. Rifle v rifle round, but even if they lose it, they've got more behind. And they're so close to these ults. 2 away from Kings, 1 from Noswas. Playing with the Raze and the Jet, kind of swapped compared to their usual positions.
Flash deep onto Ram. No pace behind it. Just waiting it out, baiting some of this utility. There's 2 Sentinels players just watching into mid. The Flash not really quite connecting. And again, so passive. Plenty of noise being made by Sentinels, of course, towards A main. Already the Trailblazer going to be leading up towards Ram, but again, nobody following up after it. I mean, Lev not being forced to use too much util at all to try and stop them. Now they're making the moves, but again, it's contact plays right as there's a re-clearance called by Lev, and they're caught into the firing line.
It's very good from Pancada, though, at least, to make that go 1-for-1. But Lev now control another area of the map. Sentinels have not created much pressure in mid. Taco's pushed all the way out of B main. LEVIATAN know everything.
Yeah. I know this is going to be the A hit now. The Seekers pushing forwards, pulled, but a moment. And dealt with as well. I'm not going to be pointing anyone to where a sole player anchoring is towards the back of the site. Is Shy. Flash is really fantastic. More so than that. 3-piece. As he's feeling the pressure, as he's feeling the heat.
Amazing stuff from Shy in the back of sight there. Given the timing perfectly. And King's throwing snake bites from heaven, stalling the entirety of Sentinels out.
Yeah.
And Lev are picking them to pieces. Sentinels do not have enough map control. The exact same problem that they were running into on Fracture. Different map, same problem. They're not taking mid, they're not getting up fast enough, they're not controlling B main, so Taco's pushing out there. All Lev need to do is cook up some small info plays around the map and get confident with the pushes, and they realize there's no one home. SEN are just so grouped up.
Yeah. Getting away with it.
That drops everybody down to Stingers again.
Stingers and a half armor, they can still do some damage, but Lev right now, great game plans, lots of ultimates to work with. All propped up, a lot of noise being made here. There's a dash attempt! Oh, there was no util to really set that one. King just trying to spam it as a nade right at his feet, chunked down. 49 has to give up towards rope, but he's got the pick for them. That's what he was hoping for.
So now Sentinels have mid control, but they've used all 5 players to do it. I know that this is a Stinger round, and you're going to want to deathball a little more than usual. But that demonstrates the issue.
Oh my god! The spray transfer is just sublime. And the backup there, Taco. Watchful eye from B main. No gaps, no opportunities, no chances for Sentinels to get any sort of grasp on the round here, but
and now that's LEVIATAN in back-to-back anti-eco rounds, being able to get a single player spraying people down. You know, King got 3 the last time, Mazzino with 3 there. Gorgeous spray transfer onto second. But what that means is Sentinels are not harming the economy. LEVIATAN are going to have enough to be able to put it into a pension fund at the end of this. I mean, they are so high up. 4 ultimates as well. Taco with an operator. They are controlling this game. The same issues again for SEN.
Grouped up as 5 though. Maybe now you start to see it going fast. Trailblazer up towards ramp now. Rest of the team following it up. 3-2 split towards it. Flash as well, and a dash forwards, but no one's watching towards the ropes. King has got away with murder. Backing away, playing his life, and Taco towards the side where the operator. It's clean. Clean enough. Picks up with a quick scope. A second one, why not? But still shy. Edging around the smoke, but brought down by Pancada. It's had to be that difference maker. Now the showstopper. Rocket landing. Damage done. Not enough for the kill, but King does follow up in the end. And again, it's all up to Pancada. Mayday stands his ground. Damage being done. Has to swing wide out of harm's way, but right into the rifles yet again.
It stinks of desperation for Sentinels. The way that they're taking ramp control with all 5, getting into heaven. Nobody watching towards vents. Massive gap in their play there. No pressure onto Taco or Shy, who would be playing these kind of positions. Sassy just kind of runs out A main because they don't have a good way of being able to coordinate it between them. It still looks puggy. After months of practice, this was supposed to be Sentinels in their peak form after they'd had that time to really gel together. No one's disputing the player quality, the history, what they've been able to do as individuals, as duos, but it is not coming together here. And for Leviathan, they are hitting.
Yeah,
I mean, Taco's got his
back, man.
Taco's got his op. He's making pushes. He's feeling it.
Yeah.
They realize that they have sent up against the ropes. They've been absolutely crushed on Fracture, and they're sailing it forwards into this half.
The Leviathan that played the other day got knocked down to the losers. It did not look like the team even wanted to be there. They were lacking confidence. They weren't winning aim duels. It was lackluster, uninspiring. But today, it's been a complete turnaround. Whatever's happened overnight, I mean, these are players that are perfectly willing to take these fights, and they're really being granted so many opportunities to do so, just from the way that Sentinels has been playing these attack side rounds.
What I really want to take a look at here is how Sentinels are playing again. You know, they've been looking to try and go in a couple of directions. They either send it up mid or they send it up ramp, but they're not going together. They're not being able to create multiple threats. Now, I mean, part of the problem is they're going too much together, tending to group up a lot. I mean, here playing for a bit of A ramp control.
Wall up, a flash. Grouped up together now, Sassy and Tens.
Now the mid players start to take a little bit of space. In theory here, this could put the pinch onto King.
Yep, King's feeling it. He knows he's being pressured now because he's lost control of mid. He's looking towards that direction, but Taco's still posted up here. The operator. Oh, King. Still so intelligent. He backs away knowing which area of the maps is compromised here. Now they're giving up some semblance here of heaven control. Still on the angle, but paying it for his life here. Taco now in a bit of danger. He's out into the open. Has to use the dash to try and get back here. Showstopper round the corner. Missing it up trap, but the damage is done. And there are the kills flooding in for Sentinels. This time, quite have the weaponry for it. Mouth to get out of there. Being spammed onto the corner. Still 2 versus 4. Spike.
Everyone's so grouped up.
Yep, starting to get planted.
Noswa still has nade.
They still want to play for this one. Grouped up. It could have been potential there for a couple more kills here. Noswa, though, eager to take the fight now. Around Pillar, it's second with the op, who shuts that down. So a thrifty. One of the ways to get back into it, Josh.
Definitely. And a 4v5 too. One where they're able to take a little bit of control in A heaven and then explode into sight with the showstopper. It doesn't grant them the kill, but it does enough damage that Zakin can finish it off afterwards. We've seen situations like this before, though, where, you know, that first player gets picked off and there really wasn't anything behind it. This time, Zekin does his job, gets in, finds the kill, opens up the space for the rest of his team. They need more of that. Op online for Taco. Early Viper's Pit before you've even heard anything in mid.
Suffocating. Locks out the mid position, away from Sentinels from being able to take it. That is such, again, a narrow angle that Mazzino was playing on, and he got the damage done.
Yeah, he did. 140 onto Tens. Headshot with the Phantom. On the other side of the map, Taco got pushed off A ramp, and now they're using the Trailblazer to set him back up. It should be difficult for Taco to peek in these kind of areas because Pancada can open up the orb and the wall repeatedly. Tens was really struggling with that against Cloud9 and the Cypher cams.
There needs to be util to clear this corner now.
Cypher cages, sorry.
Here.
Here it is. Taco posted back up onto the angle, like you were mentioning, Josh. Already value to be gained. Gets the first kill, dash to disengage. He hears that presence up towards Ram. Quick scope. Not narrowing the target there, but Nos was right there beside him. Smoke laid down at the feet of 10's not enough to stop the bullets, and again, it's still watching it out. Sen just struggling to deal with it. Taco here. Flawless. And a 4K to finish that round.
Okay.
Where's he been hiding that?
Stick to your roles and we'll
He's 10 and 4, looking rejuvenated. This is the guy who on stream has been making jokes about, oh, well, not going to be able to see you guys next year. Going to be riding the bench or cart playing in tier 2. Haha.
Flawless.
He knows he's been underperforming, and it was kind of a self-serving prophecy all throughout this year where he was worried about it, not able to step up. I don't know if he's just gotten loose today or what, but my God, he's back. There's something in the water at LCQ.
Something, man.
All of these players that have been underperforming all year, you know, your Klaus, your Nags, your Taco, suddenly...
Script's been flipped.
Completely.
Blade Storm for 10's here again. It's the dog to set it up. Someone needs to break this one, though. That's going to be hot to try and clear that one out. Yep, spam onto the corner, so... 10's still posted. Hold this angle. There's not really too much to threaten other areas of the map again.
Here's the mid-take coming through, though, at the same time.
Mazzino's just watching for it, though.
Yeah, but also Marv not close enough to be able to trade that one out.
Satchel out.
So he brings it down. Sen. Really struggling to get anything done at all. And wants to play. Dash is here. They're going to try and, yep. It's a flash. Dash there up, drive around to the side. Good movement from King. And wow! Claiming 2. Will he get the 3rd? Yes, he will. How dare I doubt? 8 bullets left. Hunting. Pancada. Damage done to him, though. Down his adversary. Eager to take the fight straight to him. Shai's feeling incredibly confident. You can feel it in the way that almost all of these Leviathan players are playing.
Yeah, the whole team is feeling it.
It's a good thing, all right?
And King having an excellent round there. Being able to pick off this player, catch Sassy. I mean, the trades are just not coming through at all for Sentinel, so these players are being offered multiple 1v1s, and Lev's form is good enough to win them. And that was the thing that looked like it was carrying Sentinels through those moments where they had their success, was that they were winning opening duels. They were finding much more value than they were in the regular season. At the moment, they're getting battered. And Taco is roaming around the map, hunting kills in an aggressive manner we haven't seen from him in a long time.
Taking that peak. Ooh, ludicrous.
He does miss it, though. This time, not quite able to deliver.
Yeah, lucky to get out with his life. Back though, enough damage being done here. The heal was online. Trailblazer now to push Sentinels deep into position, all the way onto the side towards Pillar though. Mazzino's going to be feeling the heat, isn't he? Satchel play takes him out of Sky. Second, he's removed, but there is that trade with the rifle in the hands of 10's up towards the staircase though. R pays for it.
Yeah, I mean,
side control, but at what cost?
That is the definition of no respect, but at the moment,
Here.
it's not working for Sen at all. Taco misses another one, but Shai is there. And they're in a 3v2 where they have the economy advantage to... Oh, there's weapons though. 10's and Sassy have picked them up.
Rifles now in their hands.
Oh, and 10's is making the play here. The timing for this could be masterful.
And it's a 3 versus 2. Has to be risked, don't they? What angle's opened up? Well, there's one. Sassy knows where to place it with the crosshair. Hugging towards the pillar. Flash. It's a connection up towards the top, though. It's notified. 10's dashes there! And it's majestic. Another thrifty win. Anything to get the rounds tallied up, piled up. Somebody to get them back into the action.
At the moment, Sentinels have only won rounds where they've had a bad buy. I mean, the pistol round, both teams have a bad buy. Probably not fair to make that claim, but other than that, 2 thrifties.
Last player standing.
Excellent performance towards the end here from 10's. Played it very nicely. And Sassy was able to help him out with only his 2nd kill of the map so far. A massive underperformance from Sassy on the Sky. But they have a lifeline now. It's possible that they could make this a 7-5 half.
Operator spotted out. Taco, good news, didn't have to use the dash. Still got it in his back pocket. Sen aren't necessarily feeling dissuaded away from mid.
But look how active Taco is around the map and how good they are at being able to put him onto these positions. Sure, they give up mid control, but they're instantly putting their operator deep on this A line.
The deep dash, and nade as well to try and punish the position that King has been playing, but he was already rotating. Backed away towards the safety of B Heaven.
B is weak right now. Noswa used his boombot at the start of the round, and Pancada should have been able to hear that.
Flash smoke. King's pushed back, doesn't hear much else past this. Is he going to be making a call for the rotations? No, because Taco still there.
And that's the advantage of being aggressive with the operator player and using Trailblazers to set them up on angles. You get value later on in the round, sorry.
Noswa should be favored there, yeah. He's going to be able to see Tens before he sees him. There's a dash back online for Taco. Oh, does not quite get away with it. Sen have really just barreled through. Finding multiple kills. Cosmic Divide online now. Splits up the site. Safety in numbers. An exchange of it. That one to Zekken. Now going to be 2 away from his own ult, but the Cosmic Divide splits this up further. No one actually playing towards main. Everyone all the way towards site. Lev getting themselves into position. Tucked behind. Flash in the hands of Shy. Pushing forwards. No connection there. How is King getting away with this? Towards Heaven, though. It's marked. Shuts down Mazzino. Players approaching the position of Zekken. He's got to do some work right now. Knows that they've exited onto the side. Marv, he hears the footsteps. Damage done again, but no kills in sight. Lev, they play this one together. They should get it done. Zekken needs to do so much. Play around it. Weaving, hopping, shoot King. And he's pulled them through the round.
Last round before the switch.
Fantastic play there in the 1v2 from Zekken. And King did what he could. I mean, he looked excellent in terms of how he was taking the fight. Really a battle between those two for who was going to have more impact in the round. But this one, a slow siege on the A site after they got back into these spots and anticipating the areas that Leviathan were going to peek from. That, to me, is the big difference maker there for Sentinels, is that they realized where people were going to be stood. They keep getting caught out by Lev playing a little unconventionally, you might say, with Taco playing more aggressive angles than usual.
Toxin screen down.
And they've also done quite a bit of swapping Taco and Noswa's positioning. They go back to what you consider the standard defensive setup with Jet and Sky on A.
King has been holding down his mid position. The second pit he's earned, but well, blinded up. Eight at his feet. Plenty of damage done. Not enough to really drop this pit, though. He'll be able to skirt back into it. Get the fuel generating again.
He does have to be a little cautious here that somebody has gotten deep inside of his ultimate, but King is feeling it. I mean, he just re-clears the whole of his ult instantly with the shorty. So now they have mid-information again. Pings on the map over towards B. This is going to be an explosion, possibly with the showstopper.
Yeah, Zekken's got that one in his back pocket. The smoke drop down, pull. Oh, it's going to be used by Lev first! Towards the corner! And any sort of follow-up, any sort of capitalization, it's for naught. Zekken doesn't get anything with it. The rifles beaming him down now. It's all up to Pancada once more. How many times have we said this one? Looking at 8-4. All grouped up, 3 players. No crumbs. And that's Lev with a massive lead here. Second map, already leading the series in this elimination game.
SEN only able to pick up 4 rounds on their attack side. It did look the weaker on map 1, but their backs are up against the wall. This could be the end of their 2023 season here at LCQ.
Well, Sean is standing by with a Telestrator breakdown. Let's send it down to him. Sean, what have you got?
Yeah, thank you so much, Bren. This is where the half literally flipped on its head. The second round here, where Sentinels made a flurry of mistakes and Leviathan capitalized on every single one. So let's take a look at what actually happened here on this second round. So you can see at the start of the round, it's the standard, procedure here for the Viper and the Astra, right? So you have the Viper orb over at ramp denying info. You have the wall cutting across the A site right here, and it's denying info. Now, Leviathan is not respecting this at all because it is an eco round and they have 3 people just waiting at B Heaven. The second thing to draw attention to is one of the Astra smokes is used here on vents. And for those of you that play Astra, you can only use 2 smokes. So he has 1 left right now, Marv that is. And it's either gonna go Heaven or it's gonna go Spawn. And Marv opts to save that smoke for Spawn, which is a good choice. Now, in most Heaven splits with this comp, I would probably guess that the spacing going in Heaven is gonna be a little bit better. Typically the Sky would be with the pack, but what they opt to do here is the Sky dogs up Heaven for the double duelist and has the spike. Now, this is where things go really wrong, because the double duelist enters the site, and the Sky is now trailing up with the spike. And typically, the way you would get around this is the cloud burst one way at the stairs. That's not an option here. The double duelists are in the site. So they're in, and Mazzino drops an insane smoke here to get out of spawn. That separates Second from Tens. The dog comes out Heaven, tags Tens, and all of a sudden now we're in a 3-on-4. Now, Zekken is going to push Heaven and actually fall to one of these Heaven players. And again, you know, these rounds, all of these decisions that are happening are slight mistakes going in the favor of Leviathan. Zekken falls here, and the round draws out down to the end. They go all the way around the map, and Nazwar ends up winning a 1-on-2, knowing Marved is in spawn, and actually ends up closing out the closest round in VCT America's history with a 0.06 second defuse. This is where things changed. Can't wait to see the second half. Back to you guys, Sideshow and Bren.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sean. Yeah, that was just an insane round overall.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But
so many
also
layers to break down, even on top of it. But yeah,
demonstrated so many gaps with what Sentinels are doing. For world-class players, they're leaving enormous holes in their game, and Leviathan are exploiting it to the max right now. It felt like Sentinels were close to getting the formula correct as we were watching them against Cloud9. But today, Lev are showing there is a big difference between a group of top players and a team.
Pistol round begins. First 10 seconds as Taco has already been set up onto the angle. No time wasted with it. The rest of his team returning, setting their sights towards mid. So goal there just being to set up those players and push them back. Mankata, you're so wide out in the open, but there's no punish from Shy. He's almost there. Giving him a few more bullets. Very patient play. Waiting for it to be opened up now. Who will be the difference maker?
Here comes the Trailblazer up mid. It's going to allow Nazwar to get much deeper and connect with Taco Leah. They're going to pinch, see if there's anybody in vents. And with nobody there, they now control mid and A Heaven and A ramp. Massive amounts of map control. Not something that Sen were able to really accomplish.
They've lost control of Heaven, but they don't seem to be concerned right now. Sen aren't really watching it.
I mean, Marved is in a spot where either...
It's a one and done, man.
I mean, unless they don't check it.
Yeah, he hears the footsteps. That was the timing he was looking for. They need something else to set this up, though. Smoke in the face of Zekken. There's a flash. Is it going to be a push attempt? Yeah, right into the smoke. Trying to bring down King, but no. He survives with Marv falling close to the wall there. Second,
they're calling the cancel.
Running straight out, and they do cancel. They pivot right through mid again with control of it because Mazzino has gained all the ground.
And a massive communication breakdown. Pancada died to Mazzino here, and Tens just ran knife out into spawn, not even realizing where he was positioned.
Right behind them. It's going to be so many difficulties now. Two players grouped up, Sassy, Zekken. Lev with the discipline. That's a double face towards the back of the site. And they've got King late rotating.
Almost impossible to break this setup.
Yeah. The more time you waste, the more time it gives for King to get into position. They know that there's got to be one more there. Spotting out the two players, jumping around the corner. Zekken eating all the damage. Flash connects with King, getting that one. It's all up to Zekken. It's just not really doable. Nade rebounds, damage done. The reposition to safety. Forcing Mazzino there, but time it's just running so short now. It's going to be ticking, rapidly approaching. It's a demise of the round, and Lev, but they claim it, they eat it up. 9-4, pistol round is theirs.
The L in last chance qualifier stands for LATAM. It's the LATAM qualifier right now. I mean, Leviathan have just come alive. What a beautiful pistol round. The way that they take mid control and A-ramp control, uncontested against Sentinels, have Mazzino lurking to be Heaven, who calls the audible for them to come back as Mazzino pushes down, catches Pancada, Tens, allows a free entry into the B site. They're playing Sentinels like a fiddle.
Mistakes are there, but Lev, I gotta say, showcasing a completely different team.
Absolutely.
This is a drastic turnaround from them.
And I've been very impressed with King's IGLing. I think he's called wonderful audibles in this match. A player who individually we've always been incredibly impressed with, but his IGLing was definitely in question over the course of this season. His team looked too rigid, they were really struggling. And, you know, for the first time in over a year, ended up losing to their LATAM rivals just recently in LCQ. So it looked like the stocks were going down and down. But today, He's been calling some fantastic rounds.
An early presence from Lev with the dog, Taco, making all the noise in the world up towards A ramp. Forced two of the Sentinels players over there, but now fast rotations. You've got to take risks in rounds like this. You have to grasp any sort of opportunity here. It's explosive. Out towards the site now. Shots are fired off, but they don't really have the guns for it. Second, it's clean. Again, a bit of dodging and juking with the movement. They're just trying enough to reset the aim. Players are starting to get into position, but just running them down. Have all the advantages with the weaponry. It's enough to sail them all the way to that 10th round.
And they're going to have a really nice bonus buy here. You know, King has 5.7k, and you can use that to buy a rifle. Really put the pressure on Sentinels. A 6-round deficit. If Sentinels don't win this next one coming up, it is essentially game over. End of the year. End of the line. King is 18-8. Mazzino 16-6. I mean, they are slaughtering them currently.
Deep flash, double satchel, attempt to punish. Second.
Great shot.
Yeah, does well to get the kill there when there's a shotgun in his face.
Might look a bit silly, but that is tough.
It's really tough. Essentially have one chance. Lev, they're not showing any fear, man. They are just contacting all the way up.
That's another amazing smoke from Mazzino, like Sean was pointing out in his telestrator that he used in round 2. Blossoming his own smokes to get past those defensive ones that Marv is popping.
The spike is down. Set up here for a bit of a slam dunk. Dash out into the side 10s. The crosshair placement, that's good. Through the box. Damage being done, not enough to secure the kill. Shy, he holds it. There's a flash play, Shy. There's the punishment. By this time enough in the end, it's down to 2 versus 2.
Do they expect this from King?
Yeah, he's been so intelligent with the repositioning, catching Sassy with a util. It's up to Zekken. Snake bite down, and King has just been fantastic.
Unbelievable clutch from King. Back on his throne, 20-8. 11 for the score, a bonus round that sends Sentinels scattered again.
I mean, the game plan, man. The game plan he's calling. His individual decision-making, it's all been top-notch.
It really has.
I mean, the game the other day, King looked like the only player there who wanted to turn up, who wanted to actually play.
And that's immaculate stuff, but I love what Mazzino's doing as well to create pressure on the other side of things. He's getting aggressive and disrespecting the B garage control. Sassy's going to use Trailblazer at the very start of the round to try and stop him from going for that, as Zekken makes the play and gets shut down.
There is a trade. A deep push down mid. Onto the weaker guns, it's all or nothing at this point. And the reaction here from Lev, facing it. Pancade's only got the Marshal. Is there going to be any damage done? They just fired the bullets, rattled them off straight down that line of sight angle, enough to provide that covering fire. Spike's going to get planted. The adaptation. Sen grouped up with 3 players. This is Lev approaching match point. Dropping down now. Dog broken. No connection with the flash. Bullets fired off. Taco. Slow enough that he could go down to it, but Tensa's also low himself, and he's looking for an easier sight line. This is an off angle by Shy. Reactions. It's quick. Right off the draw. Sassy. He's left alone. It's a 1v2. His position being pushed, being prodded. It's backing away. Safety in numbers. Mazzino playing it excellently. The 12th round secured. Sentinels with their backs against the wall. This is the 2023 season on the line.
And a timeout being called. Brutal. As you sit here and talk to the coach, I feel like it could be nothing but false confidence. Bigging each other up, thinking that you can make it. 8 rounds in a row, though, looks absolutely impossible for this Sentinel squad right now. Leviathan have controlled the map from beginning to end. Aside from those 6 rounds in a row that we saw on Fracture from Sentinels, they haven't even really been present in this game. It has been all Leviathan. And I don't think I spoke to anybody who saw this match going this way. After Lev looked down and out, getting brutalized by Crew, the bounce back has been ridiculous here. They look confident, they're making individual plays, their coordination is good.
Yeah.
But more so than that, I think what I've been impressed by, weirdly enough, is that they're not showing Sentinels respect. Now, we heard from Kaplan that that was their game plan coming in, that Sentinels were going to try and be bold. And instead, it's LEV who are just pushing through smokes, being able to take the map wherever they like, forcing Sen back.
Yeah, Valorant is a confidence-driven game. If you're feeling it on the day, you can make plays like that happen. But, I mean, there's also been that level of intelligence to the way that LEV have been making the most of it. There's no desperation, no forgetting what util they've got. I feel like it's a complete team effort. You know, you've got the heavy hitters of King and Mazzino at the top, but now you're staring down the barrel of defeat here for Sentinels. It is an impossible scenario. You're going to come back 8 rounds in a row to stay in the series, stay in LCQ, stay in VCT. Flash through into mid here. Sen getting aggressive now towards A main, looking to try and take some names once more. Setting their sights over towards King, who's just holding a bit of a narrow angle as this fight takes place as well. This brawl into mid. Taco got the dash now. Taking these angles as well, high ground.
Yeah, the Trailblazer found Pancada tucked in the corner. So as he's pushed back, Leviathan now starting to control mid, making sure that there's no pushes on the other sides of the extremities. King holding a really passive position over towards A. So now Lev control a little bit of mid. How do they capitalize on this? They've used 40 seconds here, and they're not that deep.
No, haven't gained too much control.
Guiding light used from Sassy. Knows that there's nobody playing over towards A. This is fake pressure created by King's Seekers. Utility, and the Seekers are just going to confirm this even further.
Yeah, just the one going towards A main. It's going to notify him that there's only going to be King lurking towards that direction. The rest of them sitting into mid. 35 seconds left.
First round here, where King's calling looks a little aimless. But Lev might still barrel over them.
Doubled up.
30 seconds
Sentinel's going to
left.
try and put a stop to this one here. The gun duel. It's one out. Taco dashing forwards. Time is of the essence, and he wants to try and take it right into his own hands. Knife is out, though. Close to the corner. Second! Not enough to reset and claim the second. It's traded. Left down to just 2. Of course, Tens has the knives here.
Spike planted.
2 versus 3 to save everything. Dash is there. Flash is there. And so it's a crosshair placement. Drop down to the floor to smoke. Again to hide his footing. Tens out to the open. He can't hit the shot. Is left at the Sassy. Cannot claim it. 13-4. The series is done. And